Welcome to the Global War Watch Network.
South Korea just dropped an absolute game changer. We're talking about the K239 Chunmoo 3.0. This is a rocket system that doesn't just strike a target. No, it hunts for it. It can loiter and wait. And yeah, it even sinks ships. This isn't your granddad's artillery. This is a huge leap in military tech that could honestly redefine coastal defense as we know it.
So the system we're talking about is the K239 Chunmoo, and it's this latest version, the 3.0, that's got everybody talking. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what makes this platform so revolutionary, from its really unique weapons to the massive impact it's going to have on naval strategy.
And let's be super clear here. This isn't just some minor upgrade with the new coat of paint. The Chunmoo 3.0 represents a whole new way of thinking about what artillery can even do. It's fusing the capabilities of several completely different weapon systems into one single, highly mobile truck. It's basically creating what you could call a multi-domain launcher.
So what does that really mean in practice? Well, it means this one vehicle can do three major jobs. First, it can fire guided rockets for really deep strikes on land. Second, it can launch its own loitering munitions, suicide drones, to go out and find targets all by itself. And third, and this is the kicker, it can launch anti-ship ballistic missiles to go after warships out at sea. It's a complete, self-contained strike system on wheels. And this is where it gets really interesting. To truly get a handle on the Chunmoo's power, we first have to talk about its most powerful weapon, the anti-ship ballistic missile, or ASBM. This is a technology that has very recently gone from just a theory to a deadly reality.
An ASBM is pretty much what it sounds like. A ballistic missile made to hit a moving ship. But just think about how difficult that is for a second. You're not aiming at a fixed city, you're trying to hit a small vessel that's actively maneuvering out on the open ocean. It does this by screaming down from the upper atmosphere at just incredible speeds.
The whole attack sequence is just a marvel of engineering. After it launches, the missile basically coasts along the edge of space before its guidance system kicks in to find the target on its way down. The final impact? Well, it's less like an explosion and more like a meteor strike, using pure, raw kinetic energy to punch right through a ship's deck. For years and years, this was just a theoretical threat, something military planners worried about in simulations. But it is not theoretical anymore. For the very first time in history, these weapons have been used in actual combat, and they have absolutely proven that they work.
The real-world proving ground turned out to be the Red Sea. Starting in late 2023, Houthi forces began firing these ASBMs at both naval and commercial ships. It all culminated in March 2024 when the attacks led to the sinking of the MV Ruby Mar, making it the first ship in history to be sunk by a ballistic missile.
And this list of targets really makes the threat feel real. The MV Palladium 3, the Ruby Mar, and the True Confidence, which tragically suffered the first fatalities from an ASBM strike, they all showed that this weapon has totally changed the calculus of maritime security.
So, how does all this circle back to the Chunmoo 3.0? Well, what makes it so incredibly advanced is how it integrates this now proven ASBM capability with the ability to find its own targets. It creates a true sensor-to-shooter platform, a genuine hunter-killer.
Okay, so let's just put this side by side. Traditional rocket artillery, it's basically blind. It relies completely on someone else, external intelligence, to give it coordinates to hit. The Chunmoo 3.0, on the other hand, can use its own onboard loitering munitions to find, track, and then strike targets all on its own. It shortens that kill chain, the time from detection to destruction, from hours or minutes down to just moments.
And this just perfectly illustrates its flexibility. The system uses these modular pods, right? So a commander can literally load it up for a specific mission. You need to hit a target deep inland? Okay, load the long-range guided rockets. Need to defend the coastline? Swap in the anti-ship missiles. You need to find the enemy first? Load the pods with surveillance drones. It is a complete toolbox on a truck.
Now, South Korea's achievement here is a really big deal, but they aren't totally alone in this space. The ability to build and actually field these ASBMs is still an incredibly exclusive capability, pretty much limited to a very small club of nations.
China is widely seen as the pioneer here. They operationalized land-based ASBMs like the DF-21D, which got the famous nickname Carrier Killer, and the even longer-range DF-26. These things are designed from the ground up to threaten huge naval vessels like aircraft carriers.
Iran has also invested a ton of resources into this, developing a whole family of short and medium-range ASBMs, like the Khalid Fars. In fact, it's these types of systems that have been supplied to Houthi forces and are the ones we've seen used in the Red Sea.
And yeah, others are definitely trying to join the club. India has a ship launch version, and Pakistan just recently tested its own. But what really sets the Chunmoo apart is putting it all together on a single, highly mobile truck, combining both the hunter and the killer into one seamless package.
So, what's the big picture here? What does this all mean for the future? Well, the spread of mobile, land-based systems that can sink ships from hundreds of kilometers away fundamentally changes the rules of naval warfare.
For centuries, naval power was decided by huge battles between fleets out on the ocean. Now, systems like the Chunmoo 3.0 can create these powerful sea denial zones that stretch far out from the coast. It makes it incredibly dangerous for even the world's most powerful navies to operate anywhere near an enemy's shoreline.
And this really is the question that we're all left with. What happens to the very idea of projecting naval power when any truck, hidden on any coastline, can potentially hunt and destroy a billion-dollar warship? It's a massive technological shift that strategists all over the world are now being forced to deal with. Thank you for your time and participation. Please like, share, and subscribe to Global Warwatch Network. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section and join us on social media. All the links are provided in the description.